Welcome back to SNTV Presents High School Basketball. We're up at the North Kitsap High School Gymnasium as the Vikings host the Olympic High Trojans. And as we get ready to start the third period, it's a 1-point lead for Olympic. Patricia Ann's on the camera for us. We're streaming live on the KitsapSun.com site for you people on the World Wide Web. Kitty Campagna, my partner on the other microphone, and we're very happy to welcome Dave Ziesmer here for some added insight and commentary, and pretty good first half of action, guys.
Yes.
Well, Doc, in that first half, the leaders in scoring, Trent Gallagher had 10 for Olympic, and Brian Tyson had 4. On the North Kitsap side, Andrew Lemon had 10, and Danny Mitchell was 6.
Andrew Lemon coming out of nowhere, at least for us. We didn't see him the first time we looked at North Kitsap, doing a great job for the Vikings tonight. First takeaway goes to the Trojans, and that would be Brian Tyson.
Coach starting a different set out there than the seniors that he started the first half with on North Kitsap.
Gallagher, Phillips, Encomienda, Brian Tyson, and Trey Full-of-Love out there for Coach Devin Huff and the Trojans. Nice drive along the baseline for the 2 for Quentin Phillips.
Phillips has been pretty quiet up till now. He only had 3 points in that first half.
Oh, a quick timeout here. Coach Chisholm saw something out there he didn't like the looks of.
I'm watching Waller out there, number 30, active leader out there on the court. He's very, very tough. The whole game he's been really active.
We noticed that the first time we saw him play as well.
Yep.
Coach Chisholm said he was looking for a leader, and this was early in the season, and I said, Coach, I think you found him.
And Trevor is a senior for the Vikings out there. His dad was the AD here.
That always helps, yeah. Athletics in the blood.
And has a little bit of height.
He's got some arms on him, both thick and long.
Yeah, people don't realize that long arms
length is
really
huge.
help in this game.
Well, if you look at this Olympic team, it is probably the team with the most guys under 6 foot that we have in the league. There's several at 5'10", some 5'9", a 5'8", a 5'11", so they have a little bit of trouble against height, so they counteract that with speed.
Speed kills.
We've got another turnover there from the Vikings. Turnover is killed too. And Trojans come down court with it. Gallagher to CJ. Phillips down in the corner. Passing inside, and foul committed before the shot.
He had not gathered it. Did you notice that, Doc? He did not.
Yep, I did.
That foul's number 3.
Big word, big word. Word of the day.
I thought we were having an agricultural lesson personally, but I wasn't sure. We're going to reap and gather today.
Phillips with the inbound. Nice play.
Nice play. Very nice.
Right into Gallagher waiting for it there. And Trent didn't bother to come back to the floor. Put it up and through.
You think they've been playing together a little while, Doc?
Waller. And inside, shot is off, fight for the rebound, and grabbing his own rebound is Urquhart.
That was caused by Waller's deflection to the other player.
Phillips at the wing position, driving into the paint. He tried to dish it off. Ball gets loose, and North Kitsap comes away with it. Too many people down there to make a hot pass like that.
That was Noah Harrell who came away with it.
Oh, easiest shot of the night for Trevor. Oh, stop and pop. It's good for Gallagher, and he'll go to the free throw line.
He got some air on that one. You knew that was going in.
That foul's going to be on Jacob Hill.
Down on the other end, when he missed that land, that's the easiest shot to miss when you're wide open, because all you're doing is thinking.
Gallagher was 15 already, 5 in this half.
Quiet 15, isn't it?
It is,
Yep.
because we're used to the threes, and he only has 1 3 so far tonight.
Hill with it. Over to Urquhart. Danny Mitchell. And ball knocked loose. Good hustle by Tyson. Ooh. Wouldn't go down on the reverse. And Waller coming away with it for the Vikings.
Nice quick pass by Urquhart there in the middle.
You notice there's hardly any dribbling?
I do.
Got away with a walk there.
Uh-oh, ball knocked loose by Phillips. He'll race down the other end and put it in for 2.
Gear number 3, he put it in on that one.
32-24 now. It's an 8-point lead for the Trojans, and quick out of the blocks here at the beginning of the third period. Phillips with another corral of the board.
Yeah, considering they only scored 23 points in the half, they've already scored 9 in this quarter.
This game has a different pace from the first half right now.
Sure does.
And you predicted this, Dave. You said they're going to come out and run.
They are running again. Nice dish.
Good dish by Jacob Hill over to Noah Harrell in the game. Noah's a junior.
If you can get inside the defense, it's so easy to dish from underneath.
Under 4 minutes to go here in the third period. 6-point lead for the Trojans. Oh, good eye. Oh!
What did we say about that little open lane?
Yep. There, but cleaned up by Trevor Waller for the Vikings, putting the jump shot in.
Waller with 6 points so far.
Gallagher will drive the paint with the jump shot. It's off, and the rebound pulled down by Andrew Urquhart. Oh, nice pass again. Jacob Hill's been doing a nice job on the passing lanes tonight.
Yeah, Noah a little bit too far underneath the basket, but was kind of bailed out by the foul.
And Dave told us before the game that these 3 refs out here tonight are going to postseason action themselves to state, right?
Yep, it's already been picked.
Wow.
Well deserved.
Do they do the same 2-way division, or are they going to be down at Tacoma?
They pick, the state allocates a certain amount of referees from each area, and then one person, I don't know where they're going. One person goes to 4A, one person goes to 3A, girls, boys, 2A, 1A. They pick it way before the postseason starts.
Yeah, we got a whistle to slow things down, and
Wrong lane positions.
yep.
Good decision, yeah.
And that's our job to find those.
You know-
We
At the Pee Wee level, that happens all the time. So this is kind of fun to see it once
There's
in
a
a
lot of things happen at the Pee Wee level.
Don't we know?
And Harrell's free throw goes down. 29-32, 3-point lead now for the Trojans. RJ Neal with it. Back to Gallagher. Ooh, tried to go inside, and I guess a Viking didn't touch it.
You know, I wouldn't have wanted to be at the other end of that howitzer.
That
he
was
That
threw.
was a bullet.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Kind of a forced pass right there. A Tony Roten pass.
There you are. Roten passes? Are you sure?
And Harrell. So a couple of guys we didn't see up at Bainbridge, Harrell and Lemon.
Well, and Harrell comes in and has 5 points so far this half.
And there's Gallagher again with the jump shot. Gets his own rebound, though. Nice block by Lemon. And Olympic comes away with it. And finally, North Kitsap grabs it off to the races. Jacob Hill over to Danny Mitchell for 2. And the Vikings take a 1-point lead.
Nice run on that break. Spread them out.
And again, I got to credit Jacob Hill with some nice passes tonight. I always like the assists.
Well, and you know, it looked like Olympic was going to suddenly run away from the Vikings, and they were slowed down by that defense that they had down there, and it's the Vikings who are doing some running right now.
You know, that game we saw earlier in the year up at Bainbridge, the Vikings were close for about 2.5 quarters up there, and suddenly Bainbridge made that big run, and the Vikings couldn't get back into it. Now they seem to have that ability to hang tough enough that when they're down 6 or 7, they can still get right back into the ballgame.
I am so impressed how they're playing right now. They are just playing with a lot of rhythm, leadership on the court, and toughness.
A little bit of housekeeping out there on the court.
Just one more thing you get to do as a referee.
Go.
Olympic with the ball. Gallagher.
Already Coach Huff doesn't like what he sees.
Phillips with it. Keeps a hold of it to get it back out. Plenty of time on the shot clock, and that shot just into the hands of a Viking by Neal, and yeah, they're a little ragged right now.
Great man-to-man defense on North.
And timeout's going to be called by Coach Huff.
7 seconds on that shot clock. I saw either the towel or the famous clipboard hit the ground there.
I think Coach Huff is drawing out some things out there on the clipboard, Kitty.
Could be. He had some new people in there. He had junior Andrew Hammond, number 50, out there.
Devin can get a little laminated sometimes. He just, good coach. Loves those kids.
Now we want to thank A.D. Craig Berry up here at North Kitsap, and Nate Andrews, the A.D. down at Olympic. The A.D.'s always been good to work with and get us set up in the gym here for being able to bring this great action to the community.
Got a clean game. We only have 3 fouls in the third quarter, but things can change really quickly if it starts getting ugly.
Well, especially as close as it is.
1 point lead for the Vikings, 33-32. And Gallagher will fire the long three-pointer. Shots off. Nice rebound. And man, Adam Lemon has come to play tonight.
That was an NBA three-pointer.
That was pro length, yeah.
I believe that was a half quarter is almost what we call that.
Mitchell with it. Oh, man, look at how tough they're guarding Lemon down low. They've got Andrew Hammond on him. North keep. Oh, no, it went to Olympic. I thought North had that rebound. Oh, Phillips, nice little
nice
move.
Pass. Nice cut.
Nice drive by Quinton there. Puts the 2 on the board to put Olympic back up on top with 1:07 left to go here in the third.
Quentin's body moves in ways most people's don't. At least not without us going into pain.
I wish I were that young.
And Lemon tried to drive the paint. Ball gets loose. Phillips is away to the races. Counted for 2 and the foul.
When a player's in the air like that and then a player comes from behind and touches, that's an automatic bucket and an automatic foul. Let the player leave him alone.
Even just a touch if it doesn't distract the shot.
Yep, because you're asking for an injury.
But again, so much of the officiating is toward keeping everybody safe and sound out there.
Yep.
I don't know how the pro refs do it.
Neither do I.
Those guys that are so huge and have muscles as bigger than my thighs.
They can have that. Some of those officials make about $250,000 a year.
Wow. North doing a good job working it around.
Nice entry pass.
They got plenty of time. Inside to Harrell. Shots off, and the putback is off by Ford. But the whistle blows, and it looks like Sebastian will go up to the free throw line.
That foul is on number 4. Quinton
Phillips was arguing about that, but it was a late call, but it was the right call. He clobbered him.
A good free throw, number 1 by Ford.
First point for Ford this evening.
Second one's up, but on the line. I thought for sure Riley Lindsay was going to keep that alive for North Kitsap.
Didn't get the air.
22.6 seconds left to go in the third. And Phillips goes through a double team to lay it up. He's on fire right here at the end of the third.
Phillips has 11 points in this period alone.
Back to Ford. Oh, just off the iron. It was a good effort. And at the end of three, it's a 5-point lead. 39-34 for the Olympic Trojans over the North Kitsap Vikings. But we saw Olympic come out of the box there at the beginning of at the end of the halftime, real fast. We saw North Kitsap finally get together, hold them, and even take a small lead. And here in the last 2 minutes, Quinton Phillips has given Olympic that lead back.
Well, this is the largest quarter lead that we've seen, the 5 points. Ole had a 4-point lead at the end of one and a 1-point lead at the end of two. But they actually were close to 10 points at one point, and then North stopped the bleeding and came right on back.
I think what's going to happen now is who plays better defense, North or Olympic, because looks like Olympic's starting to pressure a little more tighter right now than North.
And you would think by this point in the season, conditioning probably isn't going to be a huge factor.
Shouldn't be a problem right now.
We've got Coach Jerry Parrish on the PA tonight.
You know, those guys never retire up here. They claim they do, but they come back one way or another.
It's in the blood.
It is.
The Olympic starts out here the fourth period with the ball, and it's Trent Gallagher looking at it. And Waller had his hand on that shot. They're going to say Olympic will maintain the possession. Trent kind of slipped as he was going towards the iron. There's that same play, this time at that inbounds play. It didn't work this time. Oh, good pass.
Nice entry pass again. Wow.
Yeah, great assist there. And that was Trey Full of Love completing it.
Somebody fell asleep.
Waller's turnaround is off. Olympic with the board. And there again, it's Phillips. He's doing it all. Rebounding, driving. That shot's off.
There were four on one and not on the good side, and he should have had that shot.
And a little hectic right now on both sides here as we start out this fourth quarter.
That follows on number 37, his second.
I think that's what we call high school basketball, Doc. Let them play.
Into the paint to Phillips. Block.
Jump ball. Principle of verticality, straight up.
Possession arrow, it favors the Vikings, so they'll get the inbound. Now they don't have the little half circle on the inside there that the pros use or the college is now using. Would that be of help? Or just add an extra complication to the game?
More lines.
Shots off, rebound goes to North, and they'll bring it up the other direction. Kendall Gill with it. Back to Hill. They try to get it down low to Sebastian Ford, but it goes off his hands out of bounds. Again, I think unless they have the breakaway, North would be advised maybe to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, they got Waller underneath, number 30. Just feed it to him, playing inside-outside game. Wide open shot right there for Olympic.
They try to go inside. Ball knocked loose by Trevor. He's got a man in front. And a nice play that time by Jacob Hill, putting the two in for the Vikings. 5-point lead for Olympic.
6:15 remaining in the game.
Good defense by the Vikings. Gallagher will take the jump shot from the free throw line. It's off. Ball knocked loose. And going up to the free throw line will be Trey Full of Love for the Trojans for two.
That is now 5 team fouls on the Vikings.
Ooh, would not drop.
For North Kitsap, number 5, Danny Mitchell. Number 34, Adam Lemon checked in.
Mitchell back in the game for the Vikings, along with Adam Lemon. And Trey's second shot down. 6-point lead for the Trojans, who put on a full court press. Vikings get it across half court. Well, it was a good idea, but a better job of defense by Brian Tyson.
They knew exactly what was happening down there. They saw Waller and they defended him.
Vikings inbounded out front to Hill. And in the Lemon, count it. Adam Lemon for another 2.
First points of this half, though.
Oh, Phillips gets stuffed, but they're going to whistle a foul. I know a lot of times on those shots down low especially, you see the one player go up and the defender go up. Now they say that if the defender keeps his arms straight above his head, then it's not necessarily going to be ruled a foul.
What we try to watch is a defender straight up, but we also watch their body. Does their body run into him in the air? That defender cannot walk underneath a shooter, and most of the time that happens.
North Kitsap comes away with it. Mitchell drives the paint. He's going to get fouled.
That should be 4 on Polalov.
And again, it's the verticality and the safety issue, because you never want to undercut somebody who's up in the air. I've seen some nasty falls after that.
A lot more coaches are now teaching that, the principle of verticality. That's why when you see someone straight up, they're not going to get a call. It's do not penalize great defense.
And the shot is off. Rebound pulled down by Brian Tyson. Gallagher will take the jump shot and count it for 2 from the head of the key. 6-point lead for Olympic. Double team pressure. Oh, and Olympic had it, but North Kitsap took it back, and that was a good job by Urquhart. Uh-oh. And again, both teams getting a little out of control here, and the referees are going to take a moment.
They did a good job controlling that. That could have been ugly, but they did a nice job taking care of that.
And none of that was intentional. It was going for the ball or kind of sliding past and getting underneath somebody.
In this game, there will always be contact. Not every contact is a foul.
Gallagher shots up, but Olympic with the rebound. Again, knocked loose down low, and Urquhart again. He's playing like he's seeing that fumble out there on the gridiron.
Don't mess with that guy. He looks tough.
And Phillips goes into Gallagher, and this will be an opportunity for 3 up at the free throw line. I think he was behind the arc.
See, right now, things are starting to get a little ugly. Tempers are flaring a little bit because they're tired, and you got to control your emotions out there. That foul right there was just not very smart because he wasn't very happy at the time.
Gallagher's first shot goes in. Do you guys as referees go into training before the season?
We have meetings. We do some summer league basketball, get some training done. Yeah.
So you're kind of working the whole year?
Yeah, most of the time we're not working all year round. Yeah, we keep on going. Then we have camps we go to.
Yeah. Well, I know it's one of the toughest jobs there is. I've never done it, and I don't want to give it a shot.
I'll tell you what, though, it's a lot of fun. You get a lot of exercise. And
ball off Olympic, and North coming the other way. Mitchell's shot is off, putback is off, and cleared out by Hammond. 45-39 lead for Olympic. Phillips with it.
There he goes again.
Oh, man. He's got a nice step around there.
They can't stop him right now.
Nope.
14 points this half alone, 17 total.
Yeah, they go down low. Shot is off for Lemon this time. And coming out the other way is Encomienda. He'll go to the glass and put it in for 2. So here's that run for Olympic. It's now a 10-point lead, 49-39.
Coach is yelling at Andrew Hammond, don't push, don't push.
That'll be the 4th team foul, though, for Olympic, so they got a couple left to go before into the penalty with a bonus for the other team. 18 fouls now for North Kitsap with 4:08 left to go, and timeout here. Well, Olympic made that run that I think most of the audience thought might happen at any point during this ball game.
Right now what I see is North, every dead ball, their hands are on their hips, they're tired. They're not catching up to the Olympic players right now on a break, and they're tired. They got no legs left.
Dave, you talked about it being the defense that was going to make a difference in this last quarter. The full court press that Olympic is doing has caused many a turnover, and
Yes.
it's because they have a little bit more energy out there right now.
And I don't think that North really needs to try to play with the speed of Olympic.
It's hard not to get caught up. When everybody's running, what do? You got to run with them.
North has had the shots, but they're not finishing underneath. They've had a lot of open layups, but the important part of this game is you need to finish your shot, and it's just not quite there right tonight.
Riley Lindsay will inbound for the Vikings. Sends it in to... And let's do it again. Time clock didn't start.
Whoopsie. Did the right thing, stopped the game.
Yep.
Everybody stops.
They got it real quick over there on the table, the buzzer. Here we go.
Now
Jacob Hill handling for the Vikings.
Is it also one of the referees' tasks to kind of be aware of whether the shot clock gets started or the game clock, that type of thing?
We look in an order with the clock, the score, what's happening on the clock.
And that time Phillips had nowhere to go to put it up, so he'll send it back out to Gallagher, who's got 20 seconds on the shot clock. This point, clock in favor of Olympic, up 50-39. Encomienda gets it back, gives it back to Trent. He'll tie the 3. That one's way off. But rebound grab by Hammond.
Good call. Nice jump ball call.
Is there any period of time of the 2 players holding the ball?
What happens is when the players go up and it's getting blocked, and in the end, when you see a hand on the arm, well, the hand was on the ball first on that call. You call what happens first. The hand was on the ball first.
So is it just 2 hands touching, or does it have to hold for a second or 2?
You got to hold the ball. Both of them control the ball at the same time. It's called a held ball.
Jacob Hill with it, and a nice takeaway by Quentin Phillips. And he'll head to the iron.
Danny Mitchell with the little hug.
Yeah. And
right now, 2 referees are looking at it. Almost could have been an intentional foul. Almost.
Yeah, they had that opportunity.
But he went for the ball first.
And you said you call what happens first.
Yep.
And what about somebody that tries to kind of hold a player up so they don't go smashing into the wall or the floor?
That's called sportsmanship. That's
Well,
that is because the safety first.
We have seen that.
Yep.
And of course it's going to be a foul, but it's not an intentional.
That's right. All you're doing is you're trying to go for the ball and make a foul occur, but you don't try to intent. The word is intent. Was the intent there to hurt somebody? No, most of the time it's not.
Mitchell gets across the half-court line. Back to Danny out front. They've got Lemon and Waller both there. Harrell will take the shot. It's off, but a rebound. Oh, Harrell had the rebound and it went off his hands out of bounds. Uh-oh, wide open. CJ Encomienda didn't complete it, but this one's going to go off Olympic, and North will bring it the other direction. Oh, yeah, I think I can start seeing both sides looking a little tired out
Would have
there.
been smart on that play to just take the ball out on top and start a play.
Well, especially with 2:28 left to go, and you have the big lead. Use
Yeah, you don't need to shoot.
34 of those seconds. Harrell with it, and he steps on the out-of-bounds line.
Number 23,
Jacob Hill back into the game for North Kitsap.
Man, North's going to try some pressure down here in the defensive end.
And you know why Coach Chisholm doesn't do that, because they can beat it with speed right now.
They just got beat real bad.
Yeah, I was going to say they don't have anybody that can stay with Jacob Hill for one, or Trent.
With Quentin Phillips?
Quentin, yeah, excuse me. Jacob Hill is the one defender who does have possibly that kind of speed.
Well, and he's had the job of being on Gallagher quite a bit of the evening.
And considering that Trent hasn't scored 30,
Well,
you've got to
actually,
give him a...
if you talk to Coach Chisholm, I think he'd be happy with the
I was
numbers
going to
they
say,
have.
you've got to give Jacob some credit for that.
It's 19 for Phillips, and I have 18, I believe, for Gallagher.
Yeah, make it 20
Make
for
that
Quentin.
20.
Yeah, I've been impressed tonight. I like the looks of Quentin Phillips in that first game we did, but boy, he's looking even better tonight.
All shooters have their nights, and tonight wasn't one of them for Trent.
Yeah, and he only had 19 points.
Guarantee he'll get it back.
Long outside jump shot, rattles around. Harrell with a good rebound for the Vikings. And again, a fight down low, and it's out of bounds off Olympic with 1:40 left to go. 54-39 lead for the Trojans over the Vikings.
15-point lead, and they are just still fighting out down there for that ball. Nice to see.
Comes in to Jacob Hill out front. North will try that long three-pointer again. Shots off and run down by Olympic. Phillips will bring it up. Oh, wide open down low. That one is hard to resist and not try to get it down there when you got a guy wide open.
I think he was shocked he got the ball so fast.
Don't you have time to see the ball first?
It's in my arms.
I think
what
it
do
was self-protection that he didn't catch it. At least knocked it out away from him.
And Jacob Hill will get a trip up to the free throw line. Well, again, as we said earlier, both of these teams will have, but North has to continue to win, right, Kitty?
Yeah, and they aren't. I don't think they're winning tonight. I could be wrong
That's
on that.
correct. But there were 5 positions in the 2A that will go to sub-districts.
And those should be Kingston, Port Angeles, Squim, Olympic, and Clahalia actually is in the 5th position.
Gallagher with it for the Trojans. And even though we saw Clahalia have a pretty tough time against the Kingston Buccaneers the other night, it's great for their program to get some playoffs.
Well, and then the very next night, they did not beat Bremerton, but they played them extremely tight, which was our original plan,
I
Doc.
was going to say, that was the game we were originally going to do until we got snowed out.
Snowpocalypse.
Clahalia might surprise some people, I think, when they get to the playoffs.
But they they live by the 3 a lot, so that can be dangerous.
Under a minute left to go here in the ball game. Turnaround shot is off for Ford, and Olympic will come away with it. And
Smart move. Bring the ball back out on top. You don't need to score.
Yep. Use up some of that 25 seconds on the shot clock.
I would be afraid of full of love there as well.
Ball knocked loose. They tried to go down to Encomienda, and North knocked it loose. They've got it. Into Harrell, and Harrell couldn't get it to Trevor. 22 seconds left to go in the game.
He was expecting a lot of movement out of his player this late in the game.
Probably not going to happen with the score the way it is. And Olympic, under 10 seconds, will hold out front.
Good sportsmanship move right here.
Yep,
You
I
don't
like
need to
that.
score.
I like that, and the defense not trying to commit the foul. You're not going to win the game at the foul line when you're down by 16. And that's going to be the end of it. And the Trojans come away 56-40 winners over the North Kitsap Vikings. And Olympic, they're right in the mix.
Well, and Doc, that was a good performance by Olympic. They had a small lead at the end of 3 quarters, and they are now, they come ahead with a 16-point victory.
I don't think Olympic played that well tonight. They didn't shoot the ball very well, but boy, when they shoot the ball well, they will beat some people because they can shoot the ball. Just didn't drop for them tonight.
And I was definitely impressed by the performance of Quentin Phillips tonight. He's been playing good most of the season, but tonight he really is the one that busted out that lead for the Olympic Trojans.
Well, that and the press. That press really made a big difference coming down the stretch.
Sure did. Well, happy to have you with us. Those of you on the internet, live on the kitsapsun.com/game of the week. And we want to thank the Kitsap Sun for providing that community service. And with so many people from our area especially who are in the service and around the world, it's great for them to have the opportunity to see their kids or their grandkids out playing high school sports. And we want to thank Patricia Ann on the camera tonight. And on the other headphone, my partner Kitty Campagna and Dave Ziesmer.
We'll get there.
Okay.
It gets butchered.
I had the E first, Ziesmer. We really want to thank you, Dave, for
I had
stepping
a great
in.
time tonight. This is truly a blessing for me to do this.
Well, good, and it's really fun to hear a little different perspective and to get some of the insight. I mean, all of us fans sitting up here in the bleachers, we don't really know what's going down there on the floor unless we've been down there, done that, and I haven't.
Well, from my perspective up here, when I'm on the court down there, you can see much more from up here, but it's their job on the court. It's not the fans up here. So they have to call with someone that's on the floor, not up here.
Well,
Yeah.
Dave, you actually gave us fuel for what we can yell at you now. Because we'll hopefully really know the real reason why you called it wrong.
It's
not
no
true.
different. We get yelled at no matter what. But
That is correct.
it's just emotion that the fans have. It doesn't bother us. It's not supposed to bother us because you have to have thick skin.
And, I'll put a little editorial opinion in here. For the years that we've been doing this, we've always enjoyed the quality of the Olympic League, the Kitsap County Peninsula refereeing, and you definitely see a difference when you go over to the other side of the water in those other leagues.
Don't get him talking. Don't get him in trouble. Here.
we do hear it, but, when the postseason starts, everything's different. The play is stepped up, and your refereeing has to step up because some schools don't want the weaker officials. You have to have strong referees when you go on the other side of the water, and that's what the state wants. So
Well, I think we're going to have some of our local teams there, at least in the districts for sure. And hopefully we'll have some of them go beyond that to that state championship level. Well, I'm the Dr. Doc Parr for West Sound TV saying stay tuned. We will see you soon.